Chapter 7 History Contact with Distant Lands. However, the second urbanization began during the Mauryan dynasty, but it flourished especially during the rule of Chandragupta Maurya and Ashoka. The first period of urbanization took place at the time of Harappan civilization. The growing processes crafts led to trade and commerce. Consequently, towns sprang up in large numbers and became centers of crafts, trade and commerce. Hastinapur, Indraprastha, Kausambi, Mathura, Pataliputra, Raigiri, Sakala, Shravasti, Taxila, Ujjain, Vaishali and Vidisa were the most important towns. We can conclude that the process of urbanization was at its peak during this period. At that time, some towns were religion centers, while others were administrative ones. On the other hand, some towns like Arikmedu were trade centers. It owed its prosperity to a thriving trade with the Roman Empire. Broch, Sapara and Tamaralipti were some other towns that were primarily trading centers. Agricultural intensification. The most important development during his period was the use of iron implements in agriculture. This greatly increased agricultural production. It became possible to practice intensive agriculture and to produce more from the same piece of land. Also, more land was brought into cultivation. Iron implements such as the axe helped clearing of forests. Kautilya or Chanakya has given a detailed description of the land revenue system. The land revenue was according to the grade of the land. The land was categorized under 10 categories. 1. Cultivated land. 2. Uncultivated wasteland. 3. High and dry land. 4. Fields having crops. 5. Graves of trees. 6. Plantation of fruit tree. 7. Fields and farms for growing roots like ginger. 8. Plantation of sugarcane. 9. Forests. 10. Pasture land for cattle. Duties on necessary goods were less, compared to the luxury goods. Agriculture land was owned by the state as well as by individuals. There were state-owned as well as individual-owned. As stressed in the Arthashastra, the king followed this principle: whatever pleases the king he shall not consider as good, but whatever pleases his subjects he shall consider as good. Growth of crafts. Arts and crafts also flourished during this period. There were potters, weavers, dyers, metal workers, carpenters, blacksmiths, goldsmiths and other craftsmen, most of whom lived in villages. Growth of trade. As a result of increased agricultural production, there was surplus produce in the market. Villagers supplied the goods to towns. These goods were either consumed by the people of the towns or they were exported to other regions. This was the beginning of trade. Merchants and traders emerged and they participated in both internal and external trade. Trade links developed between the north and the south. India also traded with the Roman Empire. The greater use of money gave a further push to this trade. The sources of the period refer to numerous trading communities and trade guilds, who were engaged in trade with other kinds.